HappiLeeErin, and it's time for another Kuroko no Basu episode review. This week, episode 9 came out, and if you watched my review of episode 8 last week, then you know how freaking excited I am about this episode because the Kiyoshi Daichi versus Seiren match is one of my favorites out of the entire manga. So getting to see it animated, oh my god, I just can't wait. I'm so excited. So obviously, I'm super excited to talk about this, though I guarantee I probably will forget half the things I want to say because my brain is just going all crazy because I'm so freaking excited. Not wasting any time, episode 9 begins with what is probably the shortest recap of the entire season so far, and includes a quick but effective scene of Hyuga reiterating to Kuroko and Kagami that it's his last year to play with Kiyoshi, and because of this, he refuses to have any regrets. Immediately after the intro, which is still just so glorious, no time is wasted as we dive straight into seeing the teams warming up. Though we're also treated with the wonderfulness that is Hanamiya literally being dragged into the building in a bag no less, and the hilariousness that always comes along with Kasumatsu attempting to keep his rowdy team in line. However, on the court, tension is high as Seiren prepares to face off against the tactless and brutal Kiyoshi Daichi. To start things off, this episode did a very good job of balancing the drama with the humor in a way where the hilarious moments didn't feel unnecessary or forced, and also didn't detract from any of the more serious moments. In a scene that I've been anticipating seeing animated for so long, Kuroko interfering with Kagami's punch by literally yanking out his feet from underneath of him was freaking hilarious, yet it wasn't distracting enough to downplay the importance of the words he uses to calm down the hot-headed ace. The freshman trio horribly wrapping Kiyoshi's knee caused many lulls, and Kiyoshi's grateful / adorable head pats held weight, and also showed the importance of even the non-starting members. And with Kaijo and Toho both being in the audience, their differing silly antics added another dose of charisma to the episode, while also providing fitting commentary for the viewers, such as Imayoshi talking about Seiren's aggressive play style, and Moriyama commenting on how the game is difficult to watch. The Kiyoshi Daichi match is shaping up to be one of the most poignant matches of not only this season, but the entire series so far. Like I stated last week, Hanamiya is the first real villain who's been introduced into Kuroko no Basu, making him a vastly different opponent than Seiren has faced so far. He's malicious and not only enjoys seeing people in pain, but also causing it. With quotes like, "If you want to die, just die," or "I don't care if they're prodigies or geniuses, once you break them, they're just trash." His lines aren't idle threats. He leads his team to inflict as much physical harm on their opponents as possible, and he's taught them to do so in such a ways that makes it difficult for them to be fouled. You'll notice that he is always the one giving the commands, and he rarely ever is the one actually causing the damage. And of course, to make matters worse, he's not just an asshole. He may care more about hurting Seiren than actually winning the match, but he's an uncrowned king just like Kiyoshi, meaning he's freaking good at playing basketball, and his skill combined with his conniving intellect makes him a terrifying foe. It's the first time we see Hyuga, whose nickname is the Clutch Shooter, be unable to make any of his shots. Even in a moment where he's full of fighting spirit, leading his team in that natural way we've seen him do countless times, and it has all the setups of being an inspirational expected three-pointer, he still misses, showing how much emotional turmoil the game is putting him through. And he's not the only one. Every single Seiren player is showing some kind of frustration, including Kiyoshi, who shows a much more intimidating and angry side of himself than we've seen before. His threat of hating Riko if she benches him is completely unexpected, displaying how much stress this game is causing him. But above all else, what this game is showcasing is how much of a freaking badass Kiyoshi is, and why his nickname of Ironheart could not be more fitting. Hanamiya even calls his playstyle not bad, which, when it comes to Hanamiya, is about as big of a compliment as you're gonna get. Since Kiyoshi's first introduction, we've had an idea about how dedicated to his teammates he is, but this episode takes it to a whole new level. He protects Hyuga from getting elbowed in the face, and then also declares that he'll handle the entire inside by himself, where Kiyoshi Daichi's players are attacking most aggressively. In what is probably the most difficult part of this episode to watch, he suffers hit after hit, before finally having his head slammed into the ground by an elbow. And yet he forces himself up again, much to Hanamiya's disappointment. Yeah, you wiped that stupid smirk off your face, ass But, and his following speech, his determination to be his team's support when they're weak and the protector when they're threatened, is felt not only by the entirety of Team Seirin, but also the viewer. So many goosebumps all over the body. Speaking of epic speeches, Kiyoshi wasn't the only one giving goosebumps this episode. Kuroko and Kagami's duo declaration to Hanamiya of "crush us if you can" was awesome and is not to be forgotten about. And in another moment that shows off the awesome coordination of Team Seirin, I absolutely loved how Kuroko's opening play was not an alley-oop with Kagami, but was instead one with Kiyoshi. Plus, Kuroko's "I'm not a brat" response will never stop being great. And I don't mean to talk about the animation every single week, but this week's episode was bomb. It was really good. Like, I thought last week's was really well done, but there was so much motion and detail. Even if it was just the eyes doing that little anime, I'm feeling some kind of emotion shaky thing that happens in most anime, all animes. High five, Project AG, you're awesome, you're awesome, you're great, you're awesome. Finally, I kind of already touched on this in the summary, but I have to mention the How to Catch an Aomine scene. I have nothing else to say other than that, but it's amazeballs and deserves to be mentioned. Okay guys, that is it for my review of Kuroko no Basuke Season 2, Episode 9. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts on the Kurosaki Daichi match is so far. Are you guys loving it as much as I love it? I would hate for people to be disappointed in it, but seriously, it's like the best thing ever, you guys. I don't know why you would say it's not. Like I said, this is one of my favorite matches that I've been anticipating seeing animated for such a long time. Since the first time I read it, I was like, I cannot wait to see this animated. I've squealed every single time I've seen Hanamiya, not because I actually really like the butt face, but because I know that the match was coming. It made me really excited. And I don't want to have to wait for next week. I don't want to have to wait so long. If you would like to watch Kuroko no Basuke as it airs, there is a link in the description down below for you to try out a free 14-day trial of a Crunchyroll Premium membership. Which means you can watch the episodes as they air in 1080p without ads. It's pretty great. 11:30 every single Saturday, PST, Pacific Standard Time. But if you would like to find me on any other social media site, you can do so by clicking the links in the doobly-doo link down below. Instagram, Twitter, Anime List, Tumblr, Crunchyroll profile, where you can also find some of my reviews. All of it is down there, so be sure to click on that and follow me on there. It'd be really great just to find other places to talk to you guys and stuff. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.